What's going on? Oh, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Oh, what's going on? But I'm here today to say, wow. It's just wow. It's just unbelievable that teachers have to do what they have to do. Wow. They have to pay for student supplies. What's going on with schools? Schools have, what's going on? When school teachers have to pay for pencils and books and supplies, they should get more. Teachers, in my estimation, should get more money than a lot of people. Because wow, what's really going on when you can't pay people that's teaching your kids? I just can't fathom that. You don't even, you can sit up here and drop a bomb on somebody, but you can't pay a teacher to teach your child. And we need teaching. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. Education, especially education in America, is too high. We got to mortgage our houses so our kids can go to school. In some countries, education is free. Why can't it be free over here? And wow, it just blows my mind when you can't, when the teacher has to come in and buy stuff for the kids. That takes away from his or her teaching. They shouldn't even have to do that. Really and honestly, that just drops the bottom out of things. Teachers are important. We need them. And I learned some. Learning is a very powerful tool. That I don't care what your color is or where you come from. Learning is a very powerful tool. Because when you stop the mind from learning anything, you die. You die inside. Not die physically, but you die. And we should put more of an urgency on teaching. Because look, you got kids dropping out. You got kids not even going to school. But how can they go to school when they don't have the supplies? What's wrong when I just think that's very wrong that a teacher has to buy supplies all the time. And it starts in these earlier grades. What's happened to America's schooling? Whose fault is this that it got so bad? We worried about taxing people and stuff, but we can't teach our kids. And that's the future. Because if a kid can't learn, how you expect him or her to survive? And I'm not talking about some of the kids that don't want to go to school, but there's kids that do want to go to school, but they don't have the books. They don't have the supplies. What's wrong with that? There's something very wrong with that. And it's something that we should never... Schooling is something we should all take pride in. Because one thing I can say, I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't go to school. And I didn't have, they had some good teachers and they had some bad ones. But schooling was the way to go. And I say kids, and some kids don't feel they need to go to school. Well, go to a trade center where you can learn something. But you still need teachers. They are very important. Teachers so you can be scientists, doctors, and all. That's it. That's where teaching comes in at. It takes somebody to teach somebody something so they can go to the next progression and the next power source. Because being a dumb and an idiot ain't an option. And then, like I said, when you don't have any education, it's just hard to make it in this world. when you can't read, when you can't write, it's just very hard for you to make it across the street. I'm just gonna tell the truth. And whose fault is it? Whose fault is it that it done got this bad? Where should we start? We need more programs to help teachers. You know, we need more. Because some teachers feel hopeless because, you know, it shouldn't just, no. You shouldn't have, you know, I don't really know what to say. This is just astonishing. It's irreverent. It's irreverent. I'm kind of upset here. I can't even say the word that I want to say. It's just unthought of. I can't put it into words. I'm not even going to go there. But this is bad. It's irreprehensible that this could go down like this. That we can watch our kids go down, don't have no future. Without teaching, you don't have a future. Without somebody teaching you something, you don't have a future. We don't need them with drug addicts and prostitutes and gang members and you know, we don't need no more of that. Because sometimes, you know, when you give a kid a good teaching, him or her can make the decision to go on. You know, I don't know why I'm stumbling, but it's just so bad. We don't have good teachers these days. But we can go and play the lotto. Oh, because I thought the California lotto was something to help the schools survive. You telling me that was a big lie? You got people spending money on lotto tickets, but we can't even send a kid to school with supplies. That's just heartbreaking. And wow, what can you even say about that? It's just something that shouldn't be in our vocabulary. A kid cannot learn because he doesn't have anything. You know, and you building more prisons than you building schools. We need more schools and more qualified teachers to do what they do. No, we're so busy about putting people in prison and stuff than teaching them anything. Wow. Because that's bad when, 70% of a certain population is in prison. Yes. But sometimes I even hear you can get better teaching in prison than you can get out here on the streets. What's wrong with our school system? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is with 50 out of a lot of countries in this world, we're basically last. We got a lot of kids that can't read, can't write, don't know how to add. Whose fault is that? And it's something that we need to fix. And like I said, we got some teachers out there that buy their own supplies, and I give them props. And good for you, but it shouldn't even be like that. We shouldn't be so wasteful and dumbfounded and mind wasteful that this stuff goes down. Where are the teachers at? Where are the teachers to help people to learn? If you don't give teachers the tools to do their job, they can't do it. Okay? And then I heard they had a, where they, if they buy their supplies again, get a tax break. Okay? So a lot of kids are every day, they're not even going to be able to learn. And that's just ridiculous and uncalled for and unheard of. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. If you waste that mind, it doesn't go anywhere. And it's just not blacks. It affects everybody when you can't learn. And I'm going to implore some of these young kids, stay your butt in school. Learn something. And I'm gonna say for my black people, y'all especially, keep your butts in school. Don't mess up. When you got a chance to go to school, because back in the days, they wouldn't allow us to read and write. Okay? We couldn't read and write back in the days. They tried to keep us dumb and chained down. And chained up. That's how the slave owners got us. They kept us ignorant. We got a chance to wake our own selves up by going to school. And like I say, how do you think some of these black people that became successful? They kept their butt in school. And like I said, even I went to school, but I didn't go as far as I needed to go. Because I should have went for like my master's degree, but I kind of got burned out. But I'm saying, people, especially black people, where you get a chance to go to school, go get a grant. And stop wasting it, and I'm going to say, college people, I don't care what color you are, stop wasting these grants that we get on buying a new car, then you drop out of school, you drop out of college within 2 weeks. You get that grant money, you go buy a car. That's for your education to help you be somebody and go somewhere. We need more scientists and doctors and teachers, because and like I say, everybody can't play football. What's up, Gordon? And like I said, I'm gonna say it like this: black parents, steer your kids. Everybody. I'm gonna say it like this: everybody's not an athlete. Okay, we need more doctors, lawyers, teachers, firemen, policemen, politicians. Because don't think every time your kid shows a little promise of playing basketball, he's gonna be successful. No, I don't have a problem with that. But let our kids be who they want to be. If they want to be an artist, let someone be an artist. Don't try to force them in playing basketball or baseball or playing sports, because it ain't for everybody. It's only a select few that make it that far anyway. But like I said, if you don't have teachers to teach anybody anything, it's really, really bad. It's really, really just uncalled for. Like I say, I implore, I empower. And immeasurable. It's immeasurable when we mess up like we mess up. When you mess up like we mess up now by not teaching a kid, because some kids, they need that teaching, at the schools, because sometimes the parents don't, they didn't go to school. And then what chance does the kid have to make it? And it's a problem when only like 11% of like say black families even go to college. I'm speaking to you black parents. Tell your kids stay in school, learn so he can be something, so he can change some of this stuff. That's why I'm on here now informing, because we need people to change this stuff. Then we got people, they didn't have good education, but they run into the military. The military ain't for everybody. And I'm gonna tell you like this: the military tells you sometimes, come on, we'll pay for your schooling, but sometimes they lie. They only pay for some people, in a certain group's education. They don't pay for everybody's education. So I implore people to, have, well, I'm going to say it like this: it starts at home. And parents, parents of all ages and all colors, make your kids stay in school, work with them. What I did with my daughter when she struggled, I went and got her tutoring, and I sat down and helped her myself. You know, I made sure she stayed in school. You know, and I'm saying more parents need to get. You know, if you feel that your kid is struggling in school, you know, get him some tutor, get her some tutor. Make sure they stay there, because we got too many people, you know, trying to find a way to drop out. And you know, most of the time when they drop out, they get into drugs, prostitution. You know, then they start doing these bad things. And it don't matter whether you're rich, poor, or whatever. It happens. And I'm just saying, a lot of, you know, we got to start caring more about our kids and making sure they get a good education, so they, like I say, so they can, you know, so they can go and be something. And I'm gonna say it. I don't have, you know, like I said, the one thing that I don't like about America is this. Sometimes when a black kid gets a little help from a white person, they'll say, "Well, I made you." No, you didn't make him. Everybody needs help every once in a while, and I don't care what color you are. And some of you, and I'm gonna say it, some of you white folks stole from other people. You didn't get that stuff yourself. You stole, you trampled, you murdered, you killed, you raped. You took advantage of people being illiterate. You know, had them signing documents and stuff like that, stealing their land, stealing their idea. And then you took it as your own and made yourself rich. Then you come back and want to talk about something you didn't do. And some of you guys did not do it all on your own. Okay? I'm here to let it out. Some people are rich because they cheated and no, some people are rich because they didn't make it on their own. They did a sweat off of somebody else's back. But you know what? If that person would have been taught right by teachers like we needed to, maybe we could have broke some of that. And we need to break some of these chains, because, like I said, when you don't know something, that's when people try to take advantage of you. You know, we got the laws that people don't understand. And if you don't understand something, and then somebody else does that's been taught, some people just take advantage of people. And I'm gonna say it like this: I don't mind people helping somebody, but I don't like it when they sit up there. Well, I helped you, and you wouldn't have got what you got if it wasn't for me. That's not true all the time. And I'm gonna say it for people: if you're gonna be helping somebody, help them. Don't sit up there. Well, look at that poor, unfortunate black or Spanish or whatever else. Aren't we supposed to help each other? Shoot, and some of y'all that say that kind of crap, somebody gave you a start. For some of your forefathers, you know what they did. Don't sit up there and be stupid. And like I say, if you're gonna help somebody, help them. And don't. And sometimes when certain people help somebody, they're trying to help somebody because they're trying to make them shine a light on them and make them feel, make that person maybe feel better than the other person. But like I say, that's where teaching come in. Because sometimes when you have no teaching and nobody to teach you nothing, you can't learn and you fall in all kind of traps. And like I say, learning is very powerful, and it keeps you from falling into these traps. Because you got people out there that they went to college and they learned all they could. And then some people try to be like they're better than other people. To me, nobody's better than anybody. Sometimes some people are in a better situation than others. And like I say, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. We need governmental programs where teachers will be thought about better. Teachers will get more pay so they can teach the kids. Because like I say, how you gonna teach anybody when you're struggling yourself? And I know some teachers, they don't have much, but they're giving the kids. They're doing what they have to do. And like I say, Power to the people. Power to the people that's doing that. And, you know, and blessings to you. Power to the people. Power to people that's stepping up, doing what's right. But we need more people to step up. Because our kids' future is in a teacher's hand and a parent's hand. Because that's where it really starts. At home and the kind of teaching that you get or you don't get. Because it makes a difference. Shoot. And like I say, America, stop. Well, I say it like this. I'm sorry for a second, I was reading something. But America, we need more teachers. I can't say it enough. We need a lot of things. But like I say, we need more teachers that have brains, that have empowerment to teach kids from no matter what age they come from. I mean, what background they come from. Teaching is very powerful. It warms the heart when that kid can grow up. You know, sometimes that kid that didn't have much, you know, he went to school and he learned and he did something with it. He became a doctor or a chemist. You know, but like I say, learning to be a janitor, you have to have some learning too. You know, it's not just those high up jobs. You know, to be a janitor, you have to know how to read and write and read the solutions and stuff. Because like I say, if you can't read those solutions that they use to clean a bathroom, you'll never get anywhere. And like I say, everybody can't go, but sometimes people waste. I'm gonna say it like this, and say it truthfully. Sometimes people waste when they have a scholarship or something. They go and they go and party and have a lot of sex and then get into drugs. They still try to play football, but some of these athletes can't. You know, they can't even keep their they'll sit up there and smoke marijuana and throw their scholarship away. Don't mess up like that. And I'm speaking to the black community because we got some football players that made it, but they can't keep themselves off of marijuana. You knew that before you signed up. And sometimes, kids get away. You can get away with certain things in certain circles, but some of you kids, professional players, you guys are professionals, and you know the job. Don't sit up there and don't let drugs get into your life and throw your life away. Somebody else could have been in that spot that you're in. Okay, and appreciate more when you get a scholarship or a gift like that. Take it and be positive. And another thing, some of you professional football players, some of y'all help out certain communities, but you won't help out certain others. Okay, some of us need to start at the bottom. Spend some money at the bottom. Don't go spend money for people that already have something. Spend some money at the core of the problem. Because some of you football players, what you guys can do, take some of that money and help feed people and help the communities to be better. Because everybody's waiting for the government to be done to do it. It's not going to be done right. Some of you guys were blessed so you can help others. And you can open the door for other people to get in certain places. And I'm going to say it also, blacks, we need to start supporting our own too. Because we sitting up there supporting everybody else. What about your own people? Just because you done made it, you think you too good to help your own? But like it's, I'm not gonna get into that. But I'm just imploring. Teaching is a very powerful thing, because a lot of people, when they done had some teaching, you can go further. You can explore your mind. You can break down to, you know. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just thinking about so many other things. But things won't get better until we start, sitting down, working with kids and adults, and teach. It takes more than just. I'm gonna say it like this: it takes more than just the teachers. The parents got to get involved. Do what they can. Don't. And some of you parents, you don't even make your kid go to school. How do you think he's gonna get anywhere? Him or her? How do you think you're gonna get anywhere if you don't? As you parents, and some parents, they're giving up on the kids too early. That's your kid, okay? Like I said, I'm gonna say it like this: I was a hard nose. I didn't really listen to too many people, and I came up in a way, just the grace of God. Because, like I said, I'm gonna tell you like this: the one thing that I did do is I went to school. That helped me look at the world a lot better. It helped me to see, oh, I can really be something in life. I don't have to be stuck in a downtrodden situation. No food, no water, no heat. I don't have to be about that. But by me going and learning while I got a chance, helped a lot of things. And I'm gonna say it like this, especially to the black people. A lot of them, they don't care if you go to school or not. But when you have a caring teacher that can pull you in and teach you the right way, wow, you hold on to that. Because like I said, it's just beautiful when teachers can, under so much hard and high pressure, when the government's not giving them nothing, when they're trying to take everything away from you. March on, teachers, march on. Power to the people. Power to the people, for the teachers that keep going and keep striving so their students can be the best. We got to do something about that, Wow. And the government just sat up there and lied to us about that lotto thing. I knew it was smoke and mirrors right there. You have schools, but kids don't have no books. That's mind blowing. That's not a future that we need. More and more people need to get involved. And sometimes some parents, when your kids are studying, go in there and learn with them. And, that's what I did. I went, if I didn't know something, I went in there with my daughter and learned with her. We sat down and taught each other. Because there were certain things like algebra and stuff, I didn't know about all this stuff. But when we sat down and worked with each other, and I made sure, I sat down and made sure she did her homework. I sat down there with her, my daughter, and stuff like that. Some of you parents, that's what you have to do. You have to make sure your kid learns. But it's just bad. It's just bad. And good teachers are getting harder and harder to find because they're just giving up. And say, I don't want to teach America anymore. But when that happens, that's when things are really getting tough. The school superintendent, he's running. Some of them ain't worried about teaching nobody nothing. They just want a paycheck. The principal, And you got some schools where they have a good principal, but I'm saying everybody needs to get involved: parent, teacher, principal. You know, tutors, especially in in all the communities. I'm because there are kids falling through the cracks that they're from all ages. We need to start trying to help. And like I said, I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna get off of here, but I'll say it like this. What's going on? What's going on? People, please subscribe to my channel. I need 20 subscribers to get to where I need to be. Just 20. I'm trying to partner up with YouTube so I can keep broadcasting, keep sending the message out. And I will be back on tomorrow. I know I know I kind of messed up today with my speaking. I'm sorry about that. I'll be better tomorrow because I got a little. It's not nervousness. It's just I had a lot of things to say and didn't put it together right. But tomorrow I will be better. But please subscribe to my channel. I need 20 subscribers so I can keep going. My name is Akiller Rights. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Bye bye. Hit that subscribe button. I need 20 subscribers. But you don't even do